Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Dan here, Ultimate Boston Red Sox Collector page on Facebook, and Red Sox Collector Dan McGraw on YouTube. Um, Wanted to post a very small mail day today, and wanted to comment about Hobbypalooza, which went on this weekend. Got to catch a lot of it, not a lot of it live, but watched some of the reruns, if you will, watching the videos after the fact. So I wanted to talk about that a little bit too. So I'm going to start out with today's mail day. It's been a quiet couple days of mail. Didn't get anything on Saturday. I did get a TTM back on last Friday, however, and it was Mr. Frank Tanana, who is a very gracious signer, usually followed by his John 14:6. And as many of you who probably have done TTM before with Tanana, also he sends his I'm guessing it's some sort of a prayer book of some sort. The Goal is what it's called. He signs that as well. So very nice. My fourth successful TTM. I have 3 more out there. I didn't get any out this weekend, and I probably won't get any out today. I'm still working on that. Had to work a 13-hour day on Saturday at work. Started at 4:30 in the morning and was wiped by the time I got home. So I didn't get a chance to really do a whole lot. And yesterday was another recovery day. Just really rough day on Saturday for me. So, but definitely relaxed yesterday and caught a lot of the Hobbypalooza stuff. So that was my TTM. That came back in on Friday. Today I had 4 cards in the mail, 3 separate packages. This is a 2013 Pinnacle. This is like the museum. I think they call this the museum collection. It's kind of hard to tell from here, but it's got a little shimmer to it. Of Shane Victorino. Did not have any of those cards in that set. And then this card was the 2020 Panini Diamond Kings. That's the artist proof version. You can kind of see in the picture anyway, holding it up the lower left hand corner, the artist proof logo. My first one of those for 2020. And then this seller, a couple of insert cards from Topps Big League this year, a flipping out Rafael Devers, and a roll call Andrew Benintendi. Super disappointed in this guy so far this year. Still waiting for this guy to break out, and I don't think it's ever going to happen. He's starting to look like one of those. I mean, he's a good ball player, don't get me wrong. I think maybe his hype was a little too much, and maybe there's a little too much of expected of him because he plays in Boston, but he's definitely not living up to his potential as far as I'm concerned. Big disappointment right now for the Red Sox. Don't know what they're going to do. Don't know how long he's signed for, but definitely disappointing so far. And of course, this weekend was not really a disappointment, to be honest with you. They got swept, but the Yankees are a much better team, so I almost expected that to happen. The Red Sox don't have a competitive team this year because they don't have any starting pitching, and their bullpen isn't that great either. So you can't expect to be a good team when you don't have all of the key pieces. And starting pitching nowadays is probably the number one key. They should have a very good lineup, and so far it's been the other guys in the lineup who are carrying the team right now. Guys like Vasquez and Pilar and even to a certain extent Peraza and guys like that. And they're just not getting any starting pitching and pitching in general. So that's when you don't have pitching, you're not going to win. I'm sorry, not in today's ball game. So I'm not overly disappointed by the sweep. I kind of expected it, to be honest with you. I mean, you lose 2 out of 3 to Baltimore, you don't expect to set the world on fire against the Yankees. That's a really good Yankee team. They could be the last team standing this year. They really could. That's a really outstanding team. And Aaron Judge is just tearing it up right now. So, I don't hate the Yankees. I respect the Yankees. A lot of Red Sox fans, Yankees suck. Well, the Yankees don't suck. They're very good. So I'm a realist. I understand that my team is not very good this year. But you know what? That works out for me in the collecting world because sometimes you can get stuff cheaper. So I'll continue to buy. They're still my team. I still love them. I'm realistic. I realize they're just not that good this year. So that's it for mail. I wanted to talk a little bit about the Hobbypalooza that went on this weekend. I thought it was a really great substitute for not having the National. Now, I myself have never been to a National. I've wanted to go to a National since I was a teenager. I remember watching every year when card collecting became very popular. They used to a lot of times a news station would pick up a feed from the show and do something. ESPN, I remember, did a 15-minute or so portion on a show about the '88 National. I believe it was in Chicago, and it's always been widely regarded as one of the worst nationals. And I couldn't tell you why, but that's when I was growing up and as a teenager, they always said, and young adult, they always said that '88 National was one of the worst ones. So, but I definitely want to get to a national because it's the holy grail of card collecting and memorabilia collecting, and I definitely need to get there. I don't know that I don't think December's happening. I'm a realist. I just don't see how it's going to happen. But if it does, great for the people that are planning on going. But if not, maybe next year. And I don't even know that I could go next year. I really would want to save for this. I buy a lot of stuff on eBay, and I would have to save a lot of that money. I would have to pretty much curtail most of my purchasing for a good portion of time to save money, because I don't want to go down there with $500. I want to go down there with a few thousand. I can enjoy myself, and I really would like to meet a lot of the guys that we saw on videos this weekend. There's a lot of great people out in the community, and a lot of great people put in a lot of hard work to make it happen, and there was some great videos. I caught some of it. I still haven't seen all of it yet. I probably won't see all of it, but I did catch a lot of things. And it's the heavy hitters in the YouTube community that did all of the heavy lifting and did a lot of the things. And a lot of the guests were heavy hitters. And if you're watching my channel, I'm sure you're subscribed to them, and I'm sure you saw a lot of it as well. So there's nobody watching my channel that isn't seeing a lot of the content put out by some of these guys, because they're all the big names on YouTube, and there's too many for me to start rambling off. But I want to personally thank all of you that had a part to do with it, whether you put something on or you participated in any of the discussions or live feeds. Thank you very much. There was some good informative information, and I'm sure that a lot of other YouTubers appreciate the time and effort that you guys put into that. And I remember seeing a comment on one of the feeds I was watching last night that said, hopefully you guys will never have to do this again, because they'll never cancel or postpone another national. And I think that's sentiment throughout the hobby. But my suggestion personally is, I think this is something that could be done around the national every year. Because I really think it's helpful. It gave some great information for first-timers, which I would be a first-timer when I'm finally going to get to one, about, just how to prepare yourself for it. And I've gone to a lot of card shows. The show I go to down in Wilmington's a pretty big show. Nothing compared to the national, but it's a decent-sized show. And I know how to prepare myself for a show, for what I do, for what I collect, but there's a lot of I saw a lot of people who were even newer than I am. I've been doing this probably about 5 months, and there was a lot of people I saw that were newer than me that probably took a lot of good information out of it. And so it was very helpful, I'm sure. My suggestion is try to do it again. Do it every year, but maybe not to the extent that it was done, but maybe do it before the national, and then maybe do another short thing after the national, like a pre-national. Give advice to first-timers, or different aspects about the national. People share. There was a lot of sharing about, tell us about the nationals you've been to, some of your big purchases, what do you remember most, who did you meet. It'd be cool to do something before the national, and then maybe do a post-national thing. Like, hey, this is what we saw. A lot of guys take videos when they're there. I've seen a lot of YouTube videos of people just videotaping the show floor, and that's cool for those of us who aren't there. A little depressing, actually. Sometimes you see something, I'm like, oh man, I probably would have bought that if I was there. But so yeah, that's my suggestion. If anybody cares, I think that everything was good. I think that I think that maybe it's something that the YouTube creators kind of collaborate on that, and maybe everybody talk to each other and get suggestions for what could make it better next time around, because I'm sure that there's things that people didn't see that they wanted to see. I myself, like I said, I haven't had a chance to check out everything. I enjoy it. I enjoy listening to other collectors and people show off their collections and talk about. That's why I do this. That's why I'm a subscriber to so many channels, and that's why I have my own channel. And I enjoy it, and I'm going to continue to do it, and I continue to enjoy it. So hats off to all the people that took time out of their busy schedules to coordinate all of that. And like I said, I don't want to mention names because I'm not going to get anywhere near everybody, and I don't want to leave anybody out. But great job on that, and thank you from myself personally, and I'm sure many other YouTubers out there, especially some of us newbies, we do appreciate the time that you guys put into that. So that's all I got for today's video. I hope everybody has a good rest of the day, and we will talk back at you all soon. Take care, everybody.